But we're going to talk on President Obama and his speech on race relations and the Trayvon Martin murder trial and the verdict. Let me tell you what's good, and then I'm going, of course, going to tell you what's bad. What's good? What was good about his speech is that basically he told the truth. I'm not, I'm a realist. I'm gonna keep it real. As a brother, it's been, a lot of times I was followed, going to a department store, going anywhere. You know what I mean? I pretty much had a white guy following me. Everybody had that. Everybody, and it was racial. It was racial. Racism is not completely wiped off the face of the earth. That's true. Another thing that's true, which I agree with Obama, is that he said that the jury have spoken. There's nothing else we can do. The jury has spoken. No matter what, you have to understand, guys. No matter what side you are on, you have to think about this. Would you want to be in his shoes, and yet all the evidence that was presented still left stones unturned and still left holes in the bag of reasonable doubt? But yet you're convicted of second-degree murder? Now, I'm saying no matter where you stand on it, you may say, man, George Zimmerman is a murderer, he's a killer, he's a coward, he's racist. You can say all that. That's fine, okay. That's your opinion. It may not be a fact, but that's your opinion. Or you may be on the other side and say, well, Trayvon Martin, he nothing but a thug, and he went after this. That's your opinion. It may not be a fact, but that's your opinion. No matter what side you are on, you must agree with this. There wasn't enough evidence. You can't deny that. And that would be an injustice to put this man in jail. Possibly for the rest of his life. And that was the point that Charles Barkley was making. That he agreed with the verdict because of that. And I agree with the verdict because of that. Me personally. Even though I may have my thoughts on what Mr. Zimmerman did. I thought he was absolutely wrong in following Mr. Martin. He was absolutely foul. And I thought, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, he went the coward way. And he popped dude off. But guess what? That's my opinion. It's not a fact. I can't prove it. And it was the burden of proof is on the prosecution. They didn't prove it. So how am I going to argue with that? Here is my problem, though. Here's my problem with the president's speech. This is 1,000,000,000% calculated. This was, as I said in past shows, he has all of these things going on that's pretty much not working out for him. So, with the scandals, obvious scandals going on, and then of course you have to divide and conquer. And plus his mind is on 2014. Forget about my scandals. Let's complete this pandering and divide and conquer. The president picks and chooses his battles. You notice he said nothing about Gosnell, who after the birth of the babies, these babies were absolutely tortured. Some were reported screaming in pain as they were brutally murdered and butchered by Gosnell. But the man says nothing. We're talking about black babies. Black babies. But he said nothing. But the next day, he goes to Planned Parenthood in their celebration, and he says God bless them, when Planned Parenthood is number one in the nation in aborting children. Number one. So, are you really speaking from your heart, Mr. Obama? Obama didn't touch on his bad situation where he says that unemployment is 13.7%. Is really higher if you count the people who are out of the workforce. Unemployment 13.7%. Black people are one of the lowest populated people in this country, but yet the highest in unemployment constantly, and the numbers went up dramatically compared to his predecessor. He didn't talk about education reform. Nah, none of that. He didn't talk about our kids getting knocked up. That's because of his abortion methods. He doesn't talk about gangs. He didn't touch on, but you know what? He touched on gun control. He spoke on gun control. There you go. Agenda. Last I checked, the NRA and law-abiding citizens did not do a drive-by shooting and kill a 5-year-old. That's last I checked. And Obama did all of this talking about Trayvon. And as I said on the Liberty Drive show, all this talk, he's saying, well, if 35 years ago I could have been Trayvon. But he doesn't talk about Gosnell. And those babies that were aborted could have been you 35 years from today. He didn't talk about that. And like I said on Liberty Drive with host Brian, he said that, well, I did say that if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon. Correction. If you had a son, he would look like Al Sharpton. Because Sharpton, Touré, Jesse Jackson, NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, and all these other pimps are doing the same thing that you're doing. Yeah, you told the truth, but it was calculated. It was divisive. You want us to forget the scandals. You want us to think about 2014. Even old pandering Hillary Clinton got up in there and said, well, trying to sound black, mocking us, mocking black women, mocking how we talk. Well, that damn shame that we can't even walk down them damn streets. First off, talk like how you talk. Alright? Stop trying to talk like us to pander and to mock us. Stop that. That's silly. You look stupid. You sound dumb. And it's a shame where a black man can't even walk the streets. You said nothing about the lies in Benghazi, except what difference does it make? And the president has not said one syllable about those that gave their lives in Benghazi. Nothing. But he has something to say about Trayvon because he can use that pro-gun control and pro-divisive tactics because he said nothing. You have to understand, divisiveness is big business. This game of race is big, it's humongous business, y'all. Big business. Now, I respect everybody's reactions and their opinions to the whole Zimmerman trial. But there's more passion to hate whites and conservatives than hating our own people, killing our own people. I've never seen all these. Reverend Al Sharpton, the divisive man, and Obama, the divider in chief, got all these people in 100 cities gathering together to show displeasure in this one incident, which I call an isolated incident. And people are saying, well, there's no value in black life. I'm here in Chicago. You ain't saying nothing about this. I'm on my way to do the show, and people are shooting each other. And I'm trying to pray. I'm praying that I can make it to get here, to and fro, in Chicago. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Are you valuing black life? Are you valuing black life, Congressional Black Caucus? Are you valuing black life, Reverend Al Sharpton? Are you valuing life, Touré? Are you valuing life, Reverend Jesse Jackson? Are you valuing life, NAACP? Are you valuing life, President Obama? You don't know none of these names of these people that's been killed, including my family members, because you don't care. All you care about is dividing and pandering. And that's why my people and America in general is suffering from this. How many decades are we going to continue to fall for this? How many decades, guys? We've been going through this crap for decades. Our population is decreasing. We have rich, arrogant race pimps sitting up there saying, yeah, we're the stuff, we're this, we're that. And while we're hating white people, and we're killing each other, and we're not getting education, and we're not getting this done, and we're not getting that done, they're going home to their mansions. They're getting paid by rich, racist, white liberals who want to abort our babies, who want our population to continue to decrease as they continue to raise money for their cause. And their causes are nice, shiny, beautiful houses and beautiful big cars. When are we going to wake up and get this? I'm in it. I'm in it every day. And a lot of my brothers and sisters out here, they're in it. And most of us, we're in a part of that. Most of us, we're fearing for our lives. We got to stop this. It's about self-love. That's what it's supposed to be. Self-love. And love for everybody else. But we are too busy leaning and depending on liberals to continue to fight to kill our babies, to continue to fight to keep us on welfare, to continue to fight to keep us uneducated. We got to stop playing. Look, what we say in the hood every day, game recognize game. If you know game, we're supposed to bend peep game from these crooks. President Obama included. We're supposed to wake up. When are we going to wake up and say, oh man, we recognize game, man. This is game y'all kicking. And we ain't advancing. We're not moving up. We're living and dying on welfare. We're living and dying by the bullet. When are we going to wake up to game? This is all mouth. It's all mouth. It's game. It's talk. So even though what you said, Mr. President, is true, if you would have said that on any given day in an interview where nothing was going on, okay, cool. But you pick your times. This is all calculated. It's not from your heart. It is not from your heart. You are pandering. You are a pandering a politician who has nothing to offer to better the lives of black people here in America. All you have is power-hungry type of tactics. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of you.